Hello, hello. I think we are live now. If you can hear me, put a quick comment in the chat so I know that I'm not mute today because yesterday I was mute. So if you can hear me, please put a quick comment in the chat that you can hear me, and we're going to get started right away. Let me just make sure over here. I'm going to put it here just so we can see if someone can hear us. Let's see. Making sure my sound is on. Let's see. Can you hear me? I'm going to go ahead on and I'm good. Thank you, Jasmine. I can count on you. Thank you for showing up. Hey, Pam, how are you? Look, guys, so I decided yesterday that I was going to come on here every single day for 30 days. Thank you. Thank you. Sherry said no. Uh-oh. Check your settings because I have some people saying that they can hear me. I came on here yesterday and I decided that I'm going to go 30 days straight live on YouTube. I mean, YouTube has always been this thing for me that, I just couldn't get consistent with. Um, and I just wanted to like shy away from. But I love this platform so much more, so many more opportunities. Hey, Stephanie. So I'm going to jump right in and we are going to be talking about today. I've been thinking, yes, most of you probably know me from room decorating and my picnic business, Luxvents. But if I'm honest, I am a serial entrepreneur. I've had so many businesses. Sometimes I'm scared to say to you all, oh, I used to do this business and that business. Because I mean, I since I was 18 years old, my first business I started was called Extra Hands. And what I did was I helped senior citizens like with grocery shopping and back then we didn't have DoorDash and all those things like that, so I helped senior citizens with grocery shopping and all types of things. So I love entrepreneurship. I study entrepreneurship. It's what I went to college for. It's just my thing. So I wanted to step away a little bit from what you typically know me for and give you 7 intimate business ideas that you can start by this weekend if you're crazy like me. Like if you just believe in just jumping in and just starting something and going for it and not having to figure everything out first, these ideas are going to be, I think, really cute. Some of them you may have heard of, some of them you probably haven't heard of, but these 7 are my favorite small, intimate business ideas that you can start. So, what's an intimate event business? Okay, so that type of business is one that appeals to a small audience and plans or decorates for a small, more intimate audience. I did a wedding, my first wedding and only wedding, and I quickly realized that I hated weddings and I would never do it again. And I found that I liked, things that are more intimate, a smaller clientele, a smaller group of people. And so that's what I want to share with you. So if you have not already done so, please subscribe. It encourages me. I know y'all want to encourage me. And it also, just grows our channel and everything so that we can present more content like this to you. Okay. So without further ado, let's go into 7 intimate business ideas that you can start really quickly. I'm going to give you a description of the business. I'm going to tell you how I would get my first customers, and I'm going to tell you like what I would do with my first bit of money. It's crazy to think to start a business with $300 to $500, but it definitely can be done. I definitely started my business in the very, very low end because I just did it scared, just did it with what I had. And as I grew, different things grew. So here's the first one: pet party planning. Okay. Now, I just recently, for my daughter, I purchased her a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel. Spent so much money on this dog. I never wanted a dog in my house. I have enough kids. I don't need, another mouth to feed. But for her 16th birthday, she begged for this dog. And I've never been a pet person, even when I was a child. But let me tell you something. It is ridiculous now. The things that I am buying for this dog, I'm so in love. I go on walks and I'm just like, he needs everything. He needs a raincoat. It's ridiculous, right? And so if you are a pet person, you understand how much people love their pets. I mean, according to statistics, about 67% of US households US households owns a pet. Okay. Now think if you were to get into pet party planning. Okay. And the way I see this is like, maybe giving a little balloon banner or goodie bags, a little TP tent for pets for photo shoots. People love their pets. And whenever I would hear someone talking about a pet business in the past, I'd be like, oh, brother. And now that I have this dog, like I totally it's a mess. I'm serious, y'all. So I totally get that now. So that's my first intimate planning business idea. Something that you can do, pet party plannings or, pet picnics, anything in the pet industry. It's a huge industry, $1 billion industry. Carve your little niche there. Okay, so attracting clients, right? You can use social media. You can collaborate if you can find a pet that, has a really good following in your area and do something cute for them. It's very important. It's a very, very visual business that you can, if you have your own pet. And notice I'm not just saying pets here. I'm not just saying, I'm sorry, dogs. I'm saying pets. If you can really carve your niche into starting some type of pet planning business, pet party planning, something with that is a really good one. So that is definitely on my top 7 list. Okay, so let's go to the next one. I keep looking over to the side. My eyes are everywhere because I don't want to miss anything here. And if I were to use my first little like $300 to $500 to start this business, what would I purchase? Definitely some marketing materials. Like if I could do a little flyer and take it around to pet shelters or veterinarians or just different little businesses that I could leave my flyers there. I would definitely put some of my money there. I would definitely also make sure I have a good online presence, make sure that I have a little website or something so that people can come in and book. And I would try my best to collab with a pet related business. If you know of a veterinarian place, or you can look up online new veterinarian offices that are opening, and do something that you do like a quick little decoration or something like that. That's how I would go about getting my first customers. I sometimes shy away from giveaways, but I think that this is the type of business that will really benefit from a little giveaway initially just to build up your followers. So let me know in the chat what you think about pet party planning, and if you think that would be something that you would want to consider. Okay, my next favorite idea of an intimate business idea is going to be tiny weddings, okay? Or small micro weddings. Like I said, I did that big wedding and I hated every moment of it. It just wasn't for me. But there are so many people that are, wanting to get married and they want to have an intimate wedding. I saw here in Miami where someone does these little small weddings on the beach, and they coordinate the weddings on the beach for the customers. And basically what they had was like an arch and maybe 6 chairs, maybe 12 chairs that they put nice little tulle on. And it was just really intimate and pretty. So just, you don't always have to go for the huge wedding side of things and huge parties. If you're really interested in intimate events, it would be really nice to offer a service for small weddings, elopements, and you really, really go in on social media with this. You need to stage first and put something, in a park, or, find little venues that have small spaces that you could rent out for your customers. So I would definitely like if I were trying to find an intimate business idea outside of what I would do. I think of all of them that I'm going to say, this one kind of aligns a little more with what I do, but I just think it's a good niche in the market. And so to attract my first customers for this, what I would probably do is definitely use social media, and outside of that, I would probably really make sure that I contact different wedding planners because I'm sure people come to them or decorators that want to do their weddings, but it's like this is too small and we have a minimum and things like that. I would definitely reach out to them, bakers, just anyone who's, aligned in that industry. And I would also probably, not probably, I'm really big on mock things, like setting things up first. So I would probably, if I were personally doing it, set up something, on a beach or at a park, have a couple people just come there in plain clothes like they're getting married and get me some really good pictures because people need to be able to visualize what it is that you're going to do. And this is another one that I think that could benefit from some kind of contest. Do you want to have an intimate wedding and we, bring everything for you just so you can get those pictures initially. Reach out to photographers and different people aligned in that. And if I'm spending my money at first on this, I would definitely have a website, some marketing materials, and purchase my arch that I'm going to start off with. And you can get some of those really expensive on Amazon. And as you grow, you grow. As you grow, you add more things in, do more things, and just add on to that business. So that was my next one. Okay, my third one, it's obvious, hotel room decorating. Because that's what I do. And I've done very well with it, and I believe that you can too. And basically, what I do, if you're not familiar with our business, we go into hotel rooms and decorate with balloons and flowers, candles, different things like that for anniversaries, birthdays, and special occasions. Make sure you have you an elevator pitch for your business. So you should be able to say in a sentence what you do in your business. So for me, that was my elevator pitch. Um, so we collaborate also with hotels and build partnerships and referral strategies with hotels to refer. So if somebody is visiting Miami or something like that, we come in, we decorate the room, very special for them for their special occasion. And the way that I would get my first customer now, and if you've been following me for a minute, sometimes I frown on influencers, but if you're really trying to jumpstart this thing, if you can find an influencer that's really aligned with what it is that you're going to be doing, your unique selling point, if you're doing, room decorating, and have them to come in, take some pictures, and you've already established with them that, hey, you have to share this with your audience and send me pictures. Sometimes that can really jumpstart your business. So if I were starting over again, I probably would try to see if I can get an influencer to work with me. I would also try to, with my first customer, be proactive with going to hotels, letting them know what it is that I do, leaving flyers, building relationships, and definitely you want to have some type of landing page or website so that people can get more information on what it is that you do. Okay, so far we've covered hotel room decorating, pet party planning or pet events, tiny weddings, elopements, and my next one is backyard movie nights. And this is how I came up with this idea. I was on Pinterest, saw all these, doing picnics, which is how we started. You see all of these, um, different types of picnics and backyards and things like that. But I found someone who specifically only does backyard movie nights. And I thought that that was just, and she goes in. I mean, they are nice, but she sets up, she has an inflatable um, TV screen, the projection monitor, whatever you call the projection camera. She has goodie bags and popcorn machines, and it's so nice. And honestly, people are into experiences right now. It used to be where you're going out to dinner parties, doing all these things, but people want to be, people want to experience things now, and they really want to do it at home. And this is me. I would rather be home any day than out around a whole bunch of people. So I love the way that I saw that she was like doing these backyard theme parties. And look, she's over in somewhere Virginia or something like that. Just because someone else is doing it does not mean that you cannot do it. That is just not the case. That is something I'm going to do. Can you share her information? Okay, I'll find it for you and send it to you. I don't have it right here with me, but I saw her on Pinterest and it was amazing. And definitely one thing with business that I tell people all the time, see what's working for other people. There is no reason to create this brand new idea. See what's working for them and put your own spin on it. Everybody is copying. Oh, she copied all of me doing picnics. Look, honey, you did not start that. Okay. So find what other people are doing, put your own spin on it, and go for it. Okay. So I love the idea of backyard movie nights. Now, if it were me, let me jump back to hotel room decorating, because I said what I need to say as far as what I would invest. I would get marketing materials. So, and I probably skipped that part. But I have on my list here. If I were starting a hotel room decorating from the business from the beginning, I would purchase some decor and supplies, some marketing materials, website, and also attend some networking events. Like the hotel associations have networking events. But to be honest, if I'm being 100% honest with you, here's how I started. I got a room and I decorated and I took videos. And one of those videos went viral and had 21 million views on TikTok. And my business grew from there. Sometimes we want to get all the things first, like, want to make sure we have this and our LLC and all this kind of stuff like this. And that's great. That I business one-on-one, you're supposed to handle it that way. I didn't follow that way. I got a room and I decorated. I had my idea of what I wanted to do in that room. I decorated it. I did that about 3 or 4 times and put it all together and created a video on TikTok that went viral. Also went viral on Instagram, and my business kind of grew from there. Does that always happen? Absolutely not. I'm super thankful, grateful for that. But I just feel like these type of businesses are so visual, and one of the best things that you can do is to just start and decorate it first or show it first, and people will begin to ask, and you can kind of work your way backwards. Okay, so that's there with that. I just wanted to cover that and be honest with you of how I started. But backyard movie events, I will share her information with you, Pam. And also, if I were starting that, I would, of course, get the equipment that I needed so that I could stage it properly or do a mock setup, marketing materials, outdoor. And really, when you do your first mock setup, spend some money on it, like really, really go in, make it really nice, because people, they need to see what it is that you do and they'll follow. Okay, next one, spa parties for kids. And this is another one. If you go on Pinterest and search spa parties for kids, oh my goodness, you will come up with some of the most beautiful content that you could dream of there. There's a company here in Palm Beach County that started a spa party business, and they did it at a commercial location where kids come in for birthday parties and things like that. So adorable, so cute. Definitely something that I think that could be a viable business if you pushed hard and worked toward it. And the appeal to it is just so cute, so Instagrammable. And as a mom of 4 girls, listen, if you can set it up for me and I can just show up, I'm all for that every day. It's very important to find, your target customers for this type of business, but it's definitely something that could take off. Attracting your first clients, I would definitely target parent groups, create theme packages of whatever is popular or trending, and use social media. And so, back to this is what you should purchase when you start. spa materials, marketing materials, and things like that. But definitely stage it. If you stage it and people can see it first, they are going to be, much more inclined to reach out to you and say, how can I book? Okay. And so the next one is pop-up picnics or luxury picnic businesses, exactly how we started. And we have materials to help you to start that type of business. People, like I said, are looking for experiences now. And the picnic business, I would say some people are saying, okay, it's really saturated right now. But so are law firms and restaurants. When you see that something is really busy, that means that people are enjoying it. It's viable. The scariest thing you could do is start a type of business that no one is, familiar with. So when you see that a lot of people are doing something, then that's the best time to kind of jump in. It shows you that it's viable, right? So I think that the most important thing, if you're going to start a luxury picnic business at this time, and basically that's where you set up picnics at parks and beaches and backyards, it's just so important to come up with what makes you unique. Any business, anything that you're doing, start it off with, okay, I'm going to start a picnic business, but my picnic business is going to offer this. Or what's going to make my picnic business different or unique is this. Um, Anybody can start anything. But you have to kind of figure out what it is that's going to set you apart. If I was starting that business, I would take my first bit of money and stage it. I keep saying that, right? Because it's visual and it's what grew our business. But you're going to need to purchase things like a picnic table, a low picnic table, and your first little setup that I'm sorry for saying a little. I hate when people call something a little business or your first little step. No, this is a big business. But your first setup and your things that you're going to need for that, and make sure you have an online presence, something that when people come to visit, they'll be able to, see what it is that you do. Okay, last one is themed dinner parties. And look that up on Pinterest as well. Just amazing. So you're going to create unique theme parties for people, for bachelorettes or for a couple or for a birthday or anything like that. You come up with unique and immersive dining experiences for your guests. You work with a caterer to bring the food in, but you provide that decor, just beautiful theme parties. They can be boho, whatever it is that you can attract clients with. I love this idea. Definitely look on Pinterest for different theme dinner party ideas. um, if I were to start that, you can use rental supply places that wedding planners and wedding decorators use to go pick out your table. And you don't have to buy all that initially. You can rent it out. Definitely look into that one on Pinterest as well. And if I'm purchasing my first startup things, I'm purchasing items to stage, and also some marketing materials and things like that. How I would get my first clients with this, I would definitely reach out to, different Instagrammers, influencers in your area. Also, I would, with this particular one, you can bring in your family and your friends and just tell them, okay, I'm going to do a theme dinner, a brunch, for a girlfriend's day, and tell them all to dress up in pink, and it's going to be a pink theme, and just get some really good pictures, guys. I mean, a lot of these things and these business ideas, if you stage them first and just start posting pictures, people will want to be in on what it is that you do. I know that it's proper to first initially, get all these things in place. Business insurance, yes, I have all those things. But when you're first starting, you want to properly vet an idea and you want to see if there's interest in it. So the best way to do that is to stage it first, and to create the scene and to see if people are interested in it. Okay,